platforms are those?
So those are... we still haven't got a viewer, so that's all right. Come on, one of these windows. So we are live on Twitch, on my Facebook, and on YouTube.
I could barely in a week set up a Twitch stream. How have you got this going to 3 different places?
I've been teaching myself how to do this through church all the way through the pandemic.
Fair enough.
We've got.
I have streamed exactly 3 times, and one of them was this morning. So,
Man, if I knew church taught you streaming skills, I'd have been going way more.
it's in one of the later books in the Bible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Thou shalt use more than one platform.
Thou shalt link your OBS to your Twitch account.
Thou shall remember to ding that subscribe bell.
Smash that like and follow button.
Yes. I'm pretty sure each of the epistles did end with like and subscribe. Grace and peace, Paul.
Grace and peace, grace and peace.
And the follow be with you, and also with you.
Is my camera crashed?
You have frozen by the looks of things.
Yeah, you have frozen. Hello,
I
viewers.
haven't I? How?
We're going to get started in a minute. Okay. Hello, viewer. That put somebody off. We will start soon.
Well, unfortunately, one of those is me. So
right.
That may be me clicking onto it.
It's probably us.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm the other as well, actually.
Okay. What I need to do is I need to fire up the users in the chat, which is one of these windows. I could probably stop watching Flintlocks and Fireballs now.
Might be a bit distracting.
Mm-hmm.
No. Here we go. Live producer. Does it now say we've got 3 viewers, but that's probably all of us. I think it's only as a viewer you can find out who's... never mind. Hello, Jordan. You have put woo! And Gary.
I have. Hello.
And if nobody else turns up, then we're just going to have a lovely time, and I'm recording it, so it's all good.
I mean, I was about to ask, if you're planning on recording it, don't do what I do and wait until 20 minutes into the stream to hit record, which is what I did this morning. So that was good.
It's Mira Manga in the chat. Right,
hey.
Okay, I think...
I know her.
Yes, she's a real person. I have met her as well.
That name sounds familiar.
I don't know why my camera's doing this. I'm very sorry, guys.
Sorry, we can still hear you.
Yeah, but that's the worst bit of me.
As I like to tell people, I've got the face for radio and the voice for mime.
I'm gonna. Sorry if this messes up anything. Right.
That's all right. He's gonna leave. And he's gonna come back in, and then I'm gonna move everybody's name around.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, Adam.
Right, there we
Adam's
go.
one of our cast. He's joined us. Gary's back, and if I just pull up that,
we're about to raid. Oh, please do.
This is it. Okay. Yes. So this is we're gonna be raided. That's very exciting. We're gonna let that happen, and then we're gonna get started.
Awesome.
There we go. So I can.
Just let us know when you're going to raid, and then we'll all start laughing like something hilarious. It's just happened.
Missed it.
Oh, you.
Oh, God, see. And I was never allowed back in that shop.
No saucepans for you.
Oh, we've been wished a fair season, natural D20.
Here it is.
Oh, lots of people. The raid is here. We're being boarded.
I mean, first season natural 20s with this game. That could mean anything.
Yes, indeed.
Particularly as number 20 on the problems. Okay, right. The last word got cut off, but it's all right. It's bigamy. So
Well, you know that.
anything could happen.
You know, each to their own.
All right. I'm going to... Here we go. I'm going to cut through to this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to cut to focus. And then it looks a bit professional. Hello and welcome to the D20 Future Show. I have slipped into a radio announcer's voice for some reason. That isn't a thing I do. I don't know why that happened. I'm panicking. This is too real. You're quite quiet, by the way, Richard. Thank you, Adam. Let's see if I can do something about that. I can turn myself up a bit. How's that? Testing, 1, 2. Here we go. We've got allegedly 6 people here. Thank you, Mira.
Mate,
I'll tell you what.
24 on mine.
24 on me? What are you talking
24 on
about?
mine as well.
I've only got 6 here, so 24 legit real people. I think
Maybe 18 of them just aren't here for you.
Whoops.
Hey, if now 5 people are here for me, I'll take it. We're gonna get allegedly started. Here we go. The Cornish philosopher is not a real person, but never mind. My wife has just said much better. I don't know. I'm going to assume hearing me. Hello and welcome to the D20 Future Show. I am, as always, your host, and today your Statham Master, Richard. And I have a fantastic collection of guests starring... no, Mira, sorry, I just really do need to clear this up. No, Mira, you are not my wife. Donna is my wife. She's commenting on a different platform, and I really would like to stay married to her if that's okay with everyone. Although few is a bit much, Mira. I'm a delight to be married to. We are going to play Jason Statham's Big Vacation as part of the Podcast Zone at Dragonmeet 2020, which is all online, obviously, because of the thing. My wife says I should stop reading the chat, which I've just read it. I can't help myself. I'm going to switch over to, and we're going to introduce ourselves. We're going to start with AJ. Here we go. Bam, bam. I'm so slick at this OBS thing.
I mean,
AJ, introduce yourself.
It is so
Hi.
much more professional than what I managed this morning. So,
I'm sure you're all right, Jordan. Hi, I'm AJ. I'm the host and game master of Pretending with Dice. We're an actual play roleplay podcast. I'm going for 3.5 years now.
Amazing. And Jordan.
hi, I'm Jordan. I'm a player on and the producer/editor of Modified Rule, a podcast which is going for Christ about 3 years now as well. Good grief.
And Gary.
Hi, I am Gary Trow. I am a stand-up comedian in one half of the improv and sketch troupe, the Just Us League. And I have never played any tabletop-based role-play malarkey before.
What
Terrible.
better game to start with than Jason Statham's Big Vacation?
Yes. What an introduction.
And when it's all downhill from here, that's the only problem. And Fiona.
Hi, my name is Fiona. I am the host and regular GM for What Am I Rolling, a twice-monthly RPG one-shot podcast. I'm also the co-host of the DM's Book Club, where we take Dungeons & Dragons and we sort of look at it and how we can implement it in our own role-playing campaigns. Those are the two I'm part. But I'm very excited because I've only ever run Jason Statham's Big Vacation myself. I've never actually played in it, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what chaos I can bring to the table compared to being on the other side. So good luck, Richard. That's all I have to say to you.
It's fine. I'm going to be fine.
I'm gonna be fine.
So, if you have no idea what Jason Statham's Big Vacation is, viewer,
No idea.
viewer, not player. It is. It's a game where I will be the Statham Master, which makes me the narrator. And also Jason Statham, in which you will hear my incredible Jason Statham impression. I was told that I should Google how to do a Jason Statham impression, and I did that, and all I discovered was you have to say, do you know what I mean, in 2 syllables. Do you know what I mean? So that's it. That's the best it will be. After that, it is downhill, so I apologise. We are going to go through 4 scenes where Jason is on holiday. If in the chat... while we're introducing ourselves, you could suggest somewhere to go on holiday for Jason and his entourage, then we will pick one of those. If nobody suggests one, then I shall pick one and pretend it's from the chat, so you'll never know.
Fiona, Richard's wife is saying you could do with your volume up a little higher.
Thank you for that. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, sorry. If you, I'm so thrown by the chat and the fact you've just described Mira as my wife, which it's really important to know that that's not the case. I still love you, Donna. You are my wife. Mira, you're fine, and everything. The first on Twitch divorce. So we have some suggestions coming through. It's good stuff. So Jason has, as part of his entourage, he has 4 people. They are AJ, who plays the private security. There it is. Jordan, who is going to be the tour guide.
Hello, Heidi, hi. Statham, my name's Gary, and I'll be your tour guide today.
Wowzers, and we'll find out where you're from later. Gary is the lawyer.
Britain, apparently.
I'm Laws Bigley, and I understand the laws. Bigley.
Amazing. And Fiona is Jason's theatrical agent.
Hello, my name is Beverly Knight, and of course I will do anything for my Jason. Don't worry, he will be totally looked after.
Incredible. And as our heroes attempt to do things to help improve Jason's holiday or save it from the problem, they will roll one dice. They'll roll a d12. They will also roll a second dice. That's the Statham die, but we will come to that. They will roll a d12. They're looking for low numbers. If it is something they have no ability at, they need to get a 4 or lower. If they get a 4 or lower, they succeed at whatever they were attempting. 5 or more, and something is going to go wrong for Jason. I see there is some love for the d12. It is definitively the best dice. They're going to roll a d6 at the same time. If the d6 and the d12 show the same value, that is the Statham die. Jason will do something surprising, something unpredictable, and something I will have to make up on the spot. So if your d12 and your d6 show the same number, you just have to let me know, and then Jason will do something. And each of the characters has special abilities. So the lawyer, he has law, anything to do with the law. So anything Gary can persuade me he's attempting to do that requires legal knowledge, he needs a 9, so it's much easier for him to do that. Anything he is attempting to spin doctor will be a 7, and anything requires an eye for detail, a 6. Jordan, the tour guide, he has local knowledge. He has local knowledge, which is 7 or lower. Follow me, an ambiguous power. And extreme sports, that's a 5. And he has hand actions for each of those, which we'll be looking forward to as we go along.
Excellent.
AJ, the private security, he has 3 powers. They are, these hands are weapons. He has, these weapons are also weapons. Okay. And
my lightsaber's just out of reach.
Extraction. There we go. And finally, we have Jason's theatrical agent. Jason's theatrical agent has Statham law. Anything requires him to know about Jason Statham. That's an 8. Failed actor, telling us a little bit of the tragic backstory of Beverly Knight.
What?
That's a 6. And anything to do with narcotics, also a 6. I love that you've brought props.
Yeah.
I think you're great.
I like that the one prop you did have was the narcotics.
What, my vitamin D tablets then, of course.
As she goes off camera.
Vitamin D. Directly into the bloodstream.
Yeah.
But this would all be too simple. Unfortunately, Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes is he used to be an action star, but things have gone terribly wrong for him, and he now haunts action stars on their holidays, swearing revenge with his wit, his cunning, and a high caliber rifle. However, because of the actor's code, he will of course not actually shoot Jason. That would be wrong, but he will do everything he can to spoil Jason's holiday. I'm going to have a quick look up to see if we've got suggestions. I think
there's a lot of talk of Slough in the Twitch.
Slough.
Yes.
Okay.
Not to throw in my hat into the ring, but I quite like Butlins for some strange reason. Nothing to do with the character I picked.
Okay, Jason is on holiday in the Butlins branch in Slough. There it is. That's where he's on holiday. He's obviously had too much of the high life. So every scene will begin with Jason either waking up, kicking down a door, or there's a third thing he will do. Waking up, kicking in a door and entering, or both. So
can I just say your wife has made a hilarious pun and said vitamin D12s.
There you go.
I feel like she should be here.
I think Mira's busy today, and once again, not my wife. Okay. So,
T-shirt.
She's not my wife.
My wife.
she's not my
Once
wife.
again, not my wife.
Okay. As you are travelling in the private helicopter to Butlins in Slough, Jason has been sleeping soundly. The rotor blades slow as the helicopter lands on Butlins, possibly the only branch of Butlins with a private helicopter pad. It lands, the rotor's slow, and Jason wakes up and says, "I'm on holiday!" I told you, it's not going to get any better. "I'm on holiday! Let's do some holidaying!" He kicks the door off the helicopter. It scrapes into the car park. Sparks fly everywhere, and he bursts out and he says, "I love Butlins!"
Heidi ho, Statham. My name's Gary, and I'll be your tour guide for today. What would you like to do on your first day of your holiday?
Oh, Gary,
Eileen, and say you don't have to answer that question if you don't want to.
Yeah, I want to give Gary a quick ocular pat down. Just
All right.
Winks.
check that he's not up to anything.
All right, big boy.
Okay, this is a simmering romance has emerged. Jason says, "First thing, fishing. I need to do fishing, and I need to do it right now."
Well, luckily for you, we've got some extreme fishing. What we'll do is we'll take you up in a helicopter, you'll jump out with a parachute with a fishing rod, and you'll see what you can catch on the way down.
That sounds like the best thing ever. Let's do it now.
All right,
I
follow me
completely agree.
then. And I take him to the other helipad on the other side of the Butlins next to the lake.
All right, I would like you to give me a follow me roll.
Sweet. You may notice that I have immediately tried to lean into two of the stats that I'm good at.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Following me and
And
extreme,
sports.
Don't let me get away with anything.
Can you remind me what my
Shit!
Hang on, one thing at a time.
That's a 3.
Yep. So that's a
That's
success,
also a
and that's a
3
3.
already.
Leading, Jason just starts to help himself to stuff that's lying around. Not merchandise, just people's towels. He just takes them. He's now got just a bundle of towels under his arm, and there's a stream of angry people following the group.
I've
want
got
to
this.
keep an eye on those people and just if any of them comes too near, my hands are weapons, just in case.
Okay, there's quite a burly bloke. Just comes up and says, "Excuse me, it's my towel."
And I'll step in at this point. I'll say, "I'll have you know, mate, that possession is 7/5 of the law."
I would like to give me a law check, please.
Right. What am I rolling, mate?
So that's a D12 and a D6. You need a D12.
Okay, the D12 is 12.
Yep. Okay.
Shit.
I'm assuming that's good. Is that good?
That's very much the opposite of good. That's bad. Okay. You also needed
Why is 12 low? That makes no sense. Right. Okay.
This game is a roll under game. So
Right.
D6 it doesn't matter because you can't get a 12 on a D6. So the
Okay,
guy
well,
steps
I've
forward
got
and
a
says,
1.
What are you, some sort of a lawyer?
And I say, laws bigly. I understand the laws bigly.
Right. You see, the only thing is, my name is Michael Badar QC, and I am very much a towel-based trial lawyer. And if you do not return that towel immediately, I will see you in court.
I want to put a hand out to, what was the guy's name?
He was Michael Badar QC.
Mr. Bedart, you might want to walk away. Friendly word of advice.
No, I do not want to walk away. I want my towel back.
Plenty of other towels in the world, mate.
Yeah, but
don't
I'll
want
step
this
in at this point and
Yep.
go, "I'm so sorry. Let me compensate you in some way. I must have something here." And I'll go into my little handbag and I'll
Yep.
pull out just some meth, and I'll just be like, "Hey, I think this will be quite enough for the towel. Yes."
okay, we're going to make that we're going to make that a narcotics roll as you attempt to bribe a QC with some methamphetamine.
All right. I gotta get under 6.
Parents, if
It's
you're
a
letting your
3.
children watch this, you should not do that.
It's a 3, and
Yep.
on the Stephen die, it's a 6. So
Okay, yeah.
succeed.
You have found Michael Badar QC's only weakness, which is in fact secretly a meth addict, and he accepts it and says, I'm glad we understand each other, and walks very confidently just up to his wife, palming the meth, and the wife gets sort of angrier and angrier, but Badara's QC is not to be moved.
I'm straight. That's how you do it. And I flounce back up to Statham.
You make it to the helicopter. The Butlins branded extreme fishing helicopter is waiting on the pad.
All right, campers, let's get in then and get your fishing rods and parachutes on.
Right then. Jason dons his parachute. He has done this so many times.
He's a parachute fishing veteran.
He is a parachute expert. He's the rod is ready. The blades warm up. There's a whine of the helicopter engine as all 5 of you are taken up in the helicopter.
You all may not have known this.
Oh, please, Gary, don't let me interrupt you, mate.
Now, you all may not have known this, but the sound of a helicopter is actually attractive to the fish, so they all come to the surface to see what the fuck's happening. Gary yells across the helicopter.
We're going to need an extreme sports roll there to see whether that is in fact true of these apparently bizarre fish.
So it is a 5 on the die, which is my limit for extreme sports.
Okay.
A 5,
Yep.
And a 3 on the Jason Statham dice.
All right. So below you, as you all look down below you, you can see fish are kind of roiling on the surface. They've all got very excited. Jason shouts, "Jason Statham!" and leaps out, arcing perfectly through the air. His years as a competitive diver are evident.
I was going to mention this in the helicopter, but using my observation skills, I thought I saw something wrong with the parachute.
Okay, well, why would you do that?
You're on Statham's side. Why are you trying to kill him?
I'm trying to protect him.
Let's see an eye for detail. Here we go.
What am I rolling? 12.
So rolling a 12, you need low numbers.
Got a 5.
You've got a 5. Your eye for detail is a 6. You spot just before he leaps. You manage to catch Jason, and you say, "There's something wrong with that parachute."
What? Do I need to roll a 6 now?
You need to roll a 6. Don't get a 5.
1.
Okay, we're all right. Jason Statham says, "What's wrong with the parachute?"
I say, it's got a cut bit.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
One of the straps looks weak.
I'm very sorry, Jason. Here, take mine instead. I don't want you going down with a defective parachute.
Jason casts the parachute out of the helicopter door. It's caught in the downdraft of the helicopter blades and descends with a splosh. Fish are thrown in the air. He dons the new parachute and leaps out. He once again.
I guess I can't jump at all now because he just threw out the other parachute on the helicopter.
He arcs gracefully through the air and dives down. As he does so, he whips down the fishing line and catches a fish. It is one of the most impressive things most of you have seen, except his theatrical agent, who has seen him do this sort of thing just all the time.
He is well known for his fishing. I know it's not the biggest one, but it's very, very, very impressive, Jason. I applaud. From the top
You applaud.
Of the
there is literally no way he could possibly know that was happening over the sound of the rotor blades.
It's the thought that counts. It's fine.
I would like to think Jason Statham, being a high caliber actor he is, can literally feel whether or not we're clapping for him. So I think we all clap just in case.
Okay, that sounds wise. As he comes out of now topless, out of the water, just a bass under one arm, fishing rod under the other. He's already packed up his parachute. He emerges, and then as you look down from the helicopter, you can see that there are a number of policemen there. They appear to be armed police. Jason is standing and he's sort of looking around, confused, as an increasing number of police cars have arrived, lights flashing. They're all sort of pointing, and Jason is just looking confused.
I think I'm going to jump down to get him, pull out my parachute and so I'm in between Jason. I land in between Jason and the police already with my hand up like, don't worry about it, lads. Nothing to see here.
Okay, I think we're going to call that an extraction roll. That feels like an extraction thing.
That feels like an extraction to me. I'm extracting him from the awkward situation of having to deal with these policemen.
I think if he rolls a natural 1, what actually happens is he keeps the parachute open, grabs Statham under one arm, with Statham carrying the bass under one arm, and then just glides away.
The breeze takes him back up.
Whoop.
Well, I can tell you I got a 7 on the D12 and a 6 on the D6.
Okay, so that is 7 on the D12 is not enough for extraction.
I was worried about that, yeah.
You do slightly misjudge it, and you plunge into the lake. There is an enormous splash. Jason is now handcuffed. The fish is sort of is wrapped in a
Also
blanket.
handcuffed.
Lord Bigley's time to step in.
Okay, well, you're up in a helicopter at the minute, so...
No worries.
I think after the bodyguard has jumped down, I've reached round to the pilot of the helicopter. All right, my love, can you take us down there, please? There seems to be something we've got to take care of. So I think while the parachute has been descending, the helicopter's turned around, just following him down.
All right.
I really hope the helicopter's not descending too quickly.
on very much the third Butlins helicopter pad in Slough.
Yep.
As you come over, Jason is sort of being bundled into the back of a car.
Okay, laws Bigley. I understand the laws. Bigley, you can't arrest my client. He didn't do anything wrong. Okay, actually, why are you arresting my client? There we go. I'm going to ask a question. Why are you arresting Jason Statham?
Right, I see. We've decided to take that approach. That seems fair enough. Jason, it appears to have been caught up in a kidnapping scandal. He appears to have kidnapped somebody.
May I ask who?
No, you may not.
I'll get out
I'll
the.
just take a word for it.
I'll get out.
Well, as a police officer, and you
are
are someone who claims to be a lawyer, but I've seen no evidence of this, that seems like the right way round.
Defense, they claim to be policemen, but we've seen no evidence of that.
This is very true. I'm going to use my power of law to say I want to see credentials.
Go for it.
Okay. I roll an 11.
Okay.
Which, though it sounds like it should be awesome, it is not.
It's not. No. The police officer sort of points to the blue flashing lights on all the cars. He points to the police uniform he's wearing, and he says, "I think I'm the one who needs to see credentials."
Okay.
At this point, I should point out that there are 4 trackers that Jason's holiday runs on. They are dead, sad, arrested, and bored, and Jason is going to take some points in arrested at this point, what with him being in a police car. He takes 2 points of arrested. If he
Can I roll to extract myself from the lake?
if he hits 9 points of arrested, he goes to jail.
Are we on now? 3, 4?
So you're on 2 at the minute, so it could be worse. Yes, AJ, extract yourself from the lake.
So Fiona, you've been trying to say something.
4 on the D12, 2 on the 6.
4 on the D12. Yeah, okay. You are extracted. You extract yourself from the lake, and you make your way.
Prejudice.
You make your way towards the fleet of police vehicles.
At this point, I emerge dramatically out of the helicopter, and I sort of do a Oscar-winning performance. Like, no, my only client! Please, officer, he's not done anything wrong. Please, he's such an innocent boy.
I think we'll have a failed actor role there.
Sweet. Okay.
I had a feeling that's where you were going with it.
A little bit. Okay, I'm gonna get 6 and under.
Yep.
Oh, it's a 7 on the die, so I do not succeed.
Superintendent Lewis of Slough Police here. Maybe just dial it down a little bit. Just down a notch for the cameras. And he points. So there's a news camera with a reporter stood in front of it. Some bright lights. And can I ask your association with the arrested?
I'm just a mere actor myself. You know how it is, trying to get, acting work at Butlin Slough. But, Jason Statham, he's one of the world's biggest charity fundraisers. Fundraisers. And, he's helped so many people out. He's at Butlin's. Why, it's his day. He's actually going to perform later on for all the little children. And I know this is a proper Jason Statham fact.
Okay, sure, why not? That's a Statham law roll.
Okay.
Just while she's rolling, Rich, what's my third power? I've got the law, observation,
And spin doctor, which I think might be where we need to go now.
Yeah,
we're going to find out.
If the lawyer doesn't jump in, I have a possible solution, but I think the lawyer should be handling this.
Okay.
So I rolled a 5 on my
Yep.
D12, which succeeds.
Yep.
I rolled a 5 on my Jason Statham roll.
Okay.
So close.
Somehow both of the back doors on this police car fly off their hinges, and Jason emerges saying, "No one arrests Jason Statham! Lawyer! Lawyer them up!"
Right, okay, I am going to use Spin Doctor.
Yep.
It's like Nightmare. Do you remember Nightmare? Spell, Spin Doctor. Spindoctor. Right, I couldn't remember if it was O or ER. So I am going to try and spin this situation that they endangered my client with their exploding car doors.
Okay. I'm loving it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a 4, which, though it sounds like it should be shit, is
In
okay.
fact, success.
And I also wrote a 5. So
Okay, we're all right.
for now.
So as you Steve Lewis of the Slough Police apologises profusely and says, clearly there's been some problem with the car. I can only apologise. Now, there is still, however, the matter of the Grayson boy to be cleared up. We do have evidence that Jason, your client, I'm assuming, did in fact kidnap the Grayson boy, and he is somewhere in this facility.
Well, I believe I can help there. I start trying to gather around, like, just the holiday goers and butlins.
All right, give me a follow me roll.
Okay. I need to roll both of these. I need to
I
roll
want to have
6.
taken up position on Jason's sort of shoulder in like a detective.
Right, I rolled a
capacity.
5. I rolled a 5 on the D12. Unfortunately, the D6 is caught in the corner of my dice tray, so it was cocked. So I'm going to re-roll
Okay,
that.
we'll re-roll that.
It was showing a 3, but I'm going to be honest here. It was cocked. 6 on the D6. Thank you.
Okay, we're all right. We're all right. A crowd of Butlins holiday makers it starts to emerge, partly because of your encouragement, partly because of the police cars, the Hollywood actor, and the news crews. It's not a difficult thing
And the
to get everybody
exploding
there.
car door.
And the exploding car, which everyone wants to have heard.
Dong, dong, dong. Heidi ho, campers. We've got a new activity for the day. We're all going to have a little bit of a treasure hunt, but instead of a treasure, we're looking for a small boy named, and I'll lean into the policeman. What was his name again?
He's Jimmy Grayson.
Jimmy Grayson, thank you. We're looking for a small boy called Jimmy Grayson that appears to have gone missing. So if we can all spread out, take a quadrant each, and we'll all have a good old look. Now, doesn't that sound fun?
Okay, I think that's going to be another follow me check.
Okay,
Nice.
2 in a row. Here we go.
Come on. You got this.
So
No!
Oh,
It went well. Right, Jordan.
You succeeded.
We find the child.
But
Yep.
3 on both.
Okay, so within a matter of moments, a crying child is produced by a quite a kind of buff, topless fella with just his teeth don't look quite as good as the last time you saw him. And he says, I believe this is the boy you're looking for. The police whisk him away. The news reporters start to go crazy. But Jason, unfortunately, has started to perform sort of a cappella karaoke into one of the news mics. He is doing a reasonable job of singing that one Erasure hit he was in the video for. A few moments later...
Well, I'm not gonna... If it's going well, I'm not going to stop.
It's going all right. As he kind of brings the big number to a
Richard,
finish.
I think everyone would like to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would. I think that's...
I can't. I'm struggling. Sorry, I'm struggling to get into this world without hearing it. So I think we're all going to want to hear this, Rich.
Okay. Would that there were time, Gary. Would that there were time. But we have 3 scenes to get through.
Reasons.
We're over halfway
Richard
through.
would do such an accurate representation.
Yeah.
This would be muted without a doubt.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
fair
Yes, that's it. The timing one, because we're supposed to be halfway through and we've almost resolved one scene. Jason drops the mic, turns to his entourage and says, "All right then, I've done fishing. Now I want to go snorkeling.
All right then, let's head back to the lake.
Same lake.
I'm like,
What I love is at no point does the tour guide say, we don't offer that activity here at Butlin Slough.
I mean, it's Scotland. Why would they do what they do? Everything was supposed to.
yeah, it's the most magical place
has
on
three
earth.
helicopters,
Butlin Slough.
but only one lake.
No, three
helicopter pads.
Only one helicopter. They have a budget. Come on.
Oh,
I mean,
see.
to be fair, it's 3 helicopter pads so far.
That's true.
We'll
We've not seen
see.
about the extension on the other side. Yeah.
I'm enjoying my friends booing me for not attempting to sing in a Razor hit. I literally don't know how it sounds. So, thanks. Thanks, my friends. So
I'll walk back towards the lake, pull up some snort here. Now, you might be surprised to hear this, but much like the fishing, our snorkeling is a little bit extreme. And I pull out some bait buckets. We actually have several sharks in the lake, and I just yeet the buckets into the lake.
all right, with the lake. Sorry, my wife has pointed out that she is my wife. This appears to be a running subplot of this. Yes, but I like to think,
Mira, we know you are.
I like to think, Donna, that we are also friends. We'll see by the end of this, but I like to think that's the. Yeah, okay, this is an unpleasant subplot, as my marriage appears to be at stake while I try and run this stupid game.
Can I do a roll for your marriage contract?
Please
To
don't.
see whether it will stand
Lord.
the test of this
Please,
stream.
please no, for the sake of my marriage. And I never thought I'd say
Donna,
it. Don't
Donna,
roll a
I'm doing this
dice.
for your own good, mate. All right, a 3. You'll be all right. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because it's a roll under game. All right, brilliant.
But Jason Statham also got a 3. So
Unfortunately, Jason
He's gonna
Statham is
ruin
going to
it.
steal your wife.
Maybe Jason is going to turn up to our next birthday, wedding anniversary. So, Jason dons the snorkel, and he dives again. It's a beautiful parabola. He plots through, dives amongst the chum, and a number of fins have emerged. They're a problem now because Jordan's introduced them, but they're not at all the problem that I've got on my sheet. So here we go.
Here's the thing. They're actually tiger sharks, which don't eat people.
Okay.
We don't tell
Smart.
the guests that.
Okay, that feels like a local knowledge check.
Just
to
as
make
to
sure.
which tiger sharks look
Have you in
slide.
fact got the native tiger sharks?
In Slough.
Could I ask security guard to do an extraction roll as well? And what we could do is all the towels that Jason Statham got earlier, we throw them into the lake to absorb the water,
Right.
and save Jason Statham. But I feel like that is a security guard extraction role.
That's an interesting. What I was actually going to say I wanted to do was jump into the lake after Jason and just start karate chopping any sharks who come a bit too close to him.
Okay.
Because my hands are weapons.
That feels more like, given that this is quite a grounded game, that feels more realistic than attempting to absorb the whole of a lake with some water. That is just science. So we're going to find out about this local knowledge.
Luckily, my local knowledge is just fine, and
Okay.
I rolled a 6. I required a 7. I've rolled a 6,
There
and
it is.
I've only rolled a 4 on the Jason Statham
Nice.
dice.
Okay. So these are in fact non-dangerous sharks. However, AJ, you're not taking any risks, and you attempt to
not after.
karate chop one of the sharks.
Not after the parachute incident.
In
I'm
this
not.
grounded
exactly.
game. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's quite a realistic game.
Well,
Just remember, aim for the nose.
I rolled a 10
Yep.
and a 6. So
All right.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
diving in and kind of karate chopping, you miss the shark, which swims harmlessly by you because, as we've established, they're tiger sharks and they don't eat people. However, at this moment, you notice that Jason has disappeared into a tube, which has started to roll, and after a bit of time, it's rolled down into a gully where Jason emerges now in a large glass ball that starts to roll with him in it. And as it rolls, it hits an underwater treadmill which starts to spin, and he moves left to right, left to right, left to right along a chain of these treadmills.
Can I
Yep.
can
So
I
just
can I
regular
help
snorkeling
this
stuff.
situation because I am a spin doctor. So that means I can fix anything that spins.
Can I just ask, is Jason Statham on that stupid marble game?
He is, in fact, inside and I quote from the rules, a convoluted OK Go style machine with unknown malicious purposes.
Underwater.
I'm going to say no, this is not a spin doctor type role, but it is underwater, and the Zorb that he is in started to fill up with water. It's also leading towards a number of spikes that are kind of ploughing through. It is only a matter of time before one of these spikes pierces both the orb that Jason is in, and in fact, Jason himself.
I want to try and extract him from the Zorb.
Yep.
I mean, extraction is proving pretty handy, isn't it?
It's a kind of go-to manoeuvre. Yep.
Can we make a combination roll here? Can I hand the security guard a harpoon gun for our evening extreme sport underwater pumpkin hunting?
I've already got 2 of my own, but I do appreciate a third.
Well, then, can I encourage this tiger sharks, who we now know are a neutral party, to go and help our security guard by going, here, look, I've got stuff in my bag. Here, and hand out little pills that sort of dissolve in the water, maybe amphetamines. Just
right.
Just
really going.
Amphetamine.
What we're going to do? We're going to take this in a few steps then, because there's a lot going on here. I'm gonna ignore most of what's going on, but I think if you're going to attempt to feed the sharks drugs to persuade them to rescue Jason, I think we should have that first, and then we will use that to aid AJ in his attempt to extract Jason from this.
Can you give them some MDM aid, Jason?
Unfortunately, it's a fail. It's a fail on the D12. It's a 9, not a 6.
Turns out what you actually gave them was just straight up cocaine, and they're
It's
not
just
going
Tic Tacs.
fucking mental.
What actually happens is the sharks.
A lot.
The sharks just sort of sit there and look really, really mellow.
No.
It turns out that whatever drugs you've given them have just really calmed them down.
Unfortunately, that was a downer, not an upper.
Yeah,
Can
unfortunately.
Night nurse sharks.
No. No, you can't, Gary. We're going to go to AJ. AJ's going to use his extraction ability to extract the Jason Statham from the OK Go machine of death.
Okay, I dread to think what's going to happen if this doesn't go well, which I really shouldn't have said before rolling.
I think I've got a backup plan, so fill your boots.
7 and a 1, so I feel like I've still failed on that. Haven't I?
You have indeed failed. So you swim down, but are unable to get into the ball. At which point, because it's filling with water and spikes have started to come in, Jason is going to take some points in dead. Jason takes 3 points of dead. If he gets to 8 points of dead, he dies.
My
Can I use
swim
my powers of
speed was
observation?
slowed by all the drugs in the water.
Could be it, yes. You're also just starting to feel really mellow about the whole thing. It's not as big a deal as you were making out initially. Gary.
Can I
Sorry,
use my powers of
laws.
observation to try and find the controls for this contraption?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
I mean, that's better than my option of shooting the ball with a harpoon gun.
Maybe
What
we
could
should
go
come
wrong?
up with this option first, but I thought, nah, let them exhaust this. Okay. I got a 10. I think this app is broken.
You've located a large button labelled machine control, and you rush over and smack it in an attempt to depower the situation, but it turns out to be just a child with one of those umbrella hats. You just crash him down, and now he's crying, his mum's crying, his dad is furious. Not only have they only had him back for just a matter of maybe minutes since he was kidnapped, but now he's being attacked by lawyers for some reason. I'm going to say Jason's going to take some more points in dead here as you attempt to. It's only 1. He is now half dead.
I'm going to pick up our harpoon from the late night underwater pumpkin hunting, and I'm going to swim down and try and pierce the ball that he's trapped in.
Okay, this feels like extreme sports to me.
What's this, extreme sports?
Extreme sports hasn't let me down yet. Extreme! So I need a 5, and I got a 5. Yes!
Nice.
That's it!
And a 6 on this D6.
You are manoeuvring yourself into the perfect position. You pull the trigger. There is a jet of excuse me, of released gas, and the harpoon shatters the ball. Jason swims up, grabbing you by the collar and dragging you up. He comes to the surface and says, "Oh, that was not the snorkeling that I was expecting. I'll be honest. That was a bit rougher."
Surprise. We do
Well,
a surprise, Jason.
Not the sort of surprise I like. And I think he's going to take some points in sad from that as well. He's not
seeing that, say, "Oh, don't worry, Jason, here. And I'll tread across the water and I go, "Here, just have a little snifter. It's totally fine.
It'll pick me up.
Be up in no time."
Okay, give me a narcotics roll while I try and find out what the third and let's face it final scene, because it's 2:45 and we're only supposed to be playing for an hour, is.
Oh dear. Okay, so that's a fail. That's a 7.
You're going to take more death points.
You just—it's another downer you end up giving him. It's more of the anti-shark cheering stuff.
Why didn't I label these?
So
when I see Jason going down, I just pull a couple of the sharks together, tie them up, and then just lay Jason down on them and push him back to shore.
He's just starting to look quite sad, and he says, "You know what? The only thing that will cheer me up now is I need to see some art. I need to go to an art gallery, and I need it right now."
Classic
Oh,
Statham.
we know a lovely museum in Heysham. Call back to this morning. Luckily, this Butlins has its own on-site art gallery, so why don't we head there?
All right then.
Does anyone else really want to go to Butlins now?
I think we've hyped it up too much.
It does sound like a good time.
It will never live up to expectations.
I mean, maybe if you can fly there by helicopter, you can get the most advantage. But you make your way to the Tate Slough, which is located inside Butlins, and I'm trying to find a problem.
You'll be interested to know that we've got the Mona Lisa on. We're borrowing it from Paris. We've got it on display in here. Come on, we'll have a look.
Right next to the swimming pool.
Right next to the swimming pool. There's a sort of it's open air Mona Lisa demonstration, and of course, while the crowds are there because everyone wants to see the Mona Lisa, even though apparently it's quite small. I
want to try and clear the crowd away a little bit to give Jason a bit of room to fully appreciate the Da Vinci's masterwork.
I also like that I didn't have to roll for that at all. We're just assuming that the Butlins in Slough somehow managed to get the Mona Lisa.
Yeah,
we're very grounded this game. It's very grounded.
Yeah, it's quite grounded.
The towel thing is more likely than Butlin Slough getting the Mona Lisa.
One requires really clever negotiation. The other is just simply a question of ratios of absorbance and volumes of water. I'm sorry, I'm not having it, Gary. As you gather round, there is a moment of calm as Jason stares at what is perhaps the most famous enigmatic smile ever captured on canvas. And far away, a loud rifle crack.
I want to dive in front of wherever the bullet's going.
Okay, give me an extraction roll. Why not? Let's make it extraction.
Yeah. I like to pretend that I've been hit and scream and fall to the ground.
Okay. I'm not sure any of this is going to solve our problem, but all right.
So I think we're okay.
You've got a 6. So
a 5 a 5 on the 12 and a 6 on the 6.
All right. You seeing Jason, you dive in front of him, he lands on the floor with you on top. Jason is safe. However,
stay down, boss. Stay down.
All right, you got this. There is a massive explosion as Beverly's bag has been shot by this rifle, and a white cloud envelops everything. It says here, Jason's big bag of cocaine is shot, and it goes everywhere. There is now cocaine just on top of the Mona Lisa, just in each of the little divots in the frame, on some of the guests, on each of you. The police, who have been here for some time, just rush over and just start to kind of look at trying to work out what the source of all of the drugs is. And I'm going to say that Jason is at risk of being arrested at this point.
I would like to use my law thing and
law. Yep.
State that, my law roll, and state that because the cocaine has gone into the nostrils of the police officers, they are actually accomplices in this massive drug-taking party.
They're under the
evidence.
influence.
Give me a law roll.
Nice.
Motherfucking 2.
There it is.
And a 6.
And a 6. We're all right. Okay. So, Superintendent Steve Lewis, who is standing there, just sort of white down the front, just says, you're right, that's the rules, isn't it? If I've taken the drugs and you've taken the drugs, but neither of us meant to take the drugs, then whatever the drugs come from, I'm at a compilation, so I should probably arrest myself. That makes sense. That makes sense, right? Right? That makes sense. That's the way it works, right?
Yeah, double jeopardy, innit?
In order to make this go, I don't think you know what double jeopardy means. in order to make this go out with a bang, I was like, all right, campers. As you may have noticed, we're moving on to the final event of the evening, the massive cocaine-fueled dance party. Now, if everyone could take a good sniff, we'll all get this started.
Okay, I think we'll close Jason Statham's big vacation with one final follow me roll.
I'm just there weeping on the ground, going, thousands of pounds have just gone from my bag.
Just gone.
I could spin doctor that they owe you as their drug dealer.
Right.
Oh, but I think Jordan's got something, though.
Oh, God.
It's either really good or really
Oh,
bad.
no. What?
It's a 1
Hey.
and
A 1!
a 1!
Snake eyes!
So, as just people pile in, policemen, reporters, holiday makers, butling staff just pour in, Jason has grabbed hold of the deck somehow and is starting to spin some tunes, and an enormous cocaine-fueled dance party closes Jason Statham's big vacation.
Ooh.
You guys did it! I didn't think it was going to work at all of the points, but there it is!
We hit all the points, just not in the right order.
Yeah.
All of the right notes, just not necessarily. Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Congratulations, team! You have given Jason Statham a big vacation. Amazing.
Exotic slough.
Thank you so much for volunteering to take part in that and for making that a confusing and frustrating experience at various points.
That was a joy.
That was fantastic.
This is roleplay games, Gary. This is what
Welcome.
they're like all the time.
I've had a wonderful time.
I'm glad to hear it.
It's been a joy. Thank you, everyone, for taking part. Thank you for watching as part of the podcast zone for Dragonmeet. I'm going to give each person a chance to... we're going to go through onto the focus slide. Here we go. This is a little bit... Nope, that's not right. There we go. That's it. There we go. I'm going to give each of them, and we'll start with AJ, a chance to just quickly tell us about their podcast, where they can find it, and what it is like. Go for it, AJ.
Yeah, like I say, I'm the host of Pretending with Dice. We do a variety of different RPG systems with a sort of rotating cast of different players. I'm usually the GM, but not always. We play D&D, Shadowrun, Star Trek Adventures, Call of Cthulhu, among many others. Every episode is edited with sound effects and original music written by me, because apparently I don't need to sleep. And yeah, you can find us every 2 weeks as a new episode. You can find us on all the social medias as at Pretend with Dice, because Pretending with Dice was too long to fit in the Twitter name handle thing. So yeah, follow us on there. We are about I know exactly. We are 6 episodes into our newest storyline, playing D&D. So yeah, the first 6 episodes of that are available right now. So yeah, check it out.
Nice.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Jordan, tell us about Modified Role.
Hello, I'm a player on and the editor/producer of Modified Role. Much like AJ, I try to put as much sort of sound effects, ambience, music and stuff. Unlike AJ, I just steal my music from other people. I don't make it myself because I do not have that much time. We are on a little bit of a hiatus currently just because of COVID, and that sort of led to some not complications. It's just led to me being very fucking busy with my normal job. So my ass is getting kicked by that. But as my players have recently found out, I have got back to editing again, and we're about half an episode edited, and the new one should be coming out next week. But saying that, we do have a fairly decent backlog. We're now on season 2. We have the entirety of season 1 is out there and ready to listen to. And we're 3 or 4 episodes released of season 2 so far. On top of that, I do have some personal stuff. I do some writing. I have an adventure and a couple of adventures on DM's Guild and some supplements. And I was recently one of the contributors to the #1 hot item on DM's Guild, Tash's Crucible of Everything Else.
Nice.
I submitted exactly one subclass to that.
Very good.
Awesome.
There you go. Gary, tell us about all of your things.
Hi, I'm Gary. I don't understand anything anyone's just said. I stream on at Gary Tro on Twitch, and I have a Discord which I will whack in the comments. I talk about nerdy things, comic books, movies, things like that. Also part of at JUL Comedy, where we talk even more about nerdy things and stuff like that, and have a lot. So my one's kind of free and easy, and the JUL Comedy one is a bit more structured, and we do quizzes and catch-ups and things like that. But give us a follow. Appreciate it.
Awesome. And Fiona, Ms. Beverly Knight.
It's me, Beverly Knight. If you want me to sign you up for any auditions, let me know. Look, I run the What Am I Rolling podcast. As I said at the beginning, it's a twice-monthly RPG one-shot podcast. Can be found anywhere you listen to podcasts, and it has its own website, which is www.wairpodcast.com. I almost forgot it after saying it for 2 years. Weird. And then the other podcast I run is the DM's Book Club, which is a weekly book club style podcast on about D&D. Other things that I'm doing on just now, I'm doing more Dragonmeet stuff. In the evening, I'm doing Things in Space, which is a Lasers and Feelings RPG with hosted by Natalie Thinksit on Twitch. And then finishing off Dragonmeet Podcast Zone, I'm actually doing my own end of show. I'm doing a live actual play of 1,000-Year-Old Vampire solo play, streaming it for the sort of 10 till midnight GMT. So if you want to come and watch me go completely crazy and stay up way too late, please come and watch and maybe keep me company. That's it. Thanks.
Wonderful. And I am Richard of the D20 Future Show. You can find us at D20 Future Show on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook and be one of the people, the very few people who follow us there. We post everything we post on Twitter there, so it's just the same. But yeah, if you search on Facebook, we have a YouTube presence. I don't really know what to do with it, but we are there. If you're watching us live on YouTube now, hello, put in the comments and we'll believe you that you did in fact use it. But that is if you search for D20 Future Show on YouTube. We are usually a bi-weekly actual play podcast where we've been playing the game D20 Future. We are sort of live hacking it for superheroes, and it's kind of working so far. We are some way into that. We're also going through a series of interviews, which I've interviewed both AJ and Jordan. I think they might have both gone out. I can't remember. Jordan's definitely has.
I'm not sure if mine has yet. I can't.
AJ's hasn't, but will do soon.
The link.
A series of lockdown interviews where I trick people into telling me about how they've been roleplay gaming during the pandemic. I'd love to get Fiona on, but I probably shouldn't ask her here because she's nodding. There's official.
Oh, go for it. I'm
it's
sure
on the
it's
internet.
fine. I'll bring the cocaine if you'll let me.
It's audio medium,
yeah.
and we're not meeting up in person, so that's fine. But I will ask you.
I can tell you how I've been. I can tell you how I've been roleplay gaming over the pandemic, if that's helpful.
Sure, why not?
One game.
Yeah, this was it.
This was it.
So thanks, guys. It's really easy.
And would you do it again? That's the question.
100%.
Amazing.
Good.
I would
you off then.
As long as I rolled a low number.
Well, it depends what system you're in.
No, don't get into that. It's
What
fine.
the
You roll a low number.
It's not complicated.
Always a low number. It's fine. Don't worry.
No one tell him about the fantasy flight system. Just don't do that. That would break. I think that might break your brain, Gary. But yeah, Gary is looking to set up an actual play Twitch stream, I think.
Yes, I am. I want to do a superhero one.
Yeah, so that we hope will be very exciting. Yeah, I realise that I've ever so slightly mismanaged the time in that I've now got a couple of minutes to fill before Darker Days Radio goes live, I think. So maybe
I think it's time for the song, isn't it?
Yes.
Just enough, yeah.
It was perfect time.
No, that isn't right for some important reason. Do you know what? It's tragic, but Darker Days Radio are now live. So there isn't time.
Convenient.
I feel so bad for you. I know how desperate you are to sing this song, Rich.
I know.
It's gutted. I still.
Sometimes life rolls a 12, right? Am I right, guys?
Sometimes life rolls a 12.
Really deep.
Here we go. I'm going to put raid /raid space Darker Days Radio into the chat, and hopefully that will start a raid. Thank you so much for joining us.
I don't know how this works.
Neither do I. This is my wife. She's real. She's definitely married to me, and she isn't Mira.
Hey, Mira. It's nice to see you on camera.
Mira, we think you're great, but I love you in a different way. Here we go. I've put... one viewer is ready to raid. They're all ready to raid. Go say hello to Darker Days Radio. They're quite a kind of gritty stream, so if you just want to tell them about Butlins' helicopter pads, that would be great. We've got 18 viewers ready to raid. I'm going to click raid now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
They're gone.
I don't know if we're out or not.
No, it does a weird countdown thing,
out.
doesn't it? So you have to stand waving
Keep
like
waving.
the end of a game show.
My screen's. I'm watching the stream and it's gone black. I think as soon as you click the button, I think
Feels like on catchphrase. Like,
yeah.
bye.
I think the
Just
problem
keep
is-
fully waving.
We're
throughout
still
all the
sort of
credits.
live here, so
According
I
to-
think-
acco-
I mean-
I'm on the stream and it's gone black.
And it says hosting Darker Days.
Yeah,
Radio.
you're now hosting.
we're now hosting Darker Days Radio, so I think I can click stop streaming on this one.
Yes.
Perfect.
If bless you, Mira. Yes, I did. If this doesn't work, then I'm sorry, but go and find